Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles as they match up with the great Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Carson Wentz in his 4th season now out of North Dakota State, ready to bring out this Eagles offense. And he's had to sit and watch Nick Foles under center during Philly's last 2 playoff runs. So health will be a key for Wentz in 2019, no doubt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Now it's Sproles, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do, and we're talking about Jason Kelce now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, and this is Ertz with it, right side. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Wentz again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Wentz going to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Again, it's Wentz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wentz to throw again. loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Okay, just like that.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Encroachment, defense.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers to throw once more. And Graham's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:45 to play. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey. We got 3
Throwing on first is Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Throwing now is Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Everyone, 30 seconds to Mike. Mike, put your son. Put your son.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And this is caught by Jackson. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Wentz. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
To throw again on second down. Wentz, only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they